What's up guys, Spiker here. As you are probably aware, Warlords of Draenor released a couple of days ago, Wednesday, 11 o'clock GMT. And in case you haven't noticed, there's been a hell of a lot of dramas. In fact, I've played this game now since the Burning Crusade, and I can uncategorically state that this has been the worst launch I have ever seen in my life for any game. Now, what happens? Well, sorry, I'll take that back. Let's just ignore all the bugs for one moment. The bugs being the servers crashing and all that crap. Let's just ignore them, and let's discuss what you're looking at right now on my screen. Yes, that is a queue of 4,129 players in order to get onto the server so I can actually play. However, as you can see, the estimated time to log in is 516 minutes. Now it's went back down to 344. But to put it into perspective for you, that queue time is utter dog's egg. And I mean it. It is complete and utter dog's egg. It does not work like that at all. I've tried to log on this morning at about 9 AM. By 12 noon, I still wasn't online, and the servers got restarted for maintenance or to try and fix half of the catastrophically crappy bugs in the game, which have just utterly ruined the whole launch experience for everybody. So, what does this mean for people who haven't bought Warlords of Draenor yet, but are thinking of doing it? And I couldn't blame you for thinking of doing it, because that's kind of what brought me back to it. You know, yay, let's go back to Outland. Run a mile. Run 1,000 miles. Stay the fuck away. I kid you not, it has been a fiasco. Since Wednesday night at 11 o'clock. Now bear in mind, I came on 9 PM. This is all UK time. 9 o'clock on the UK time, I logged in on Outland on the Wednesday, ready for 11 o'clock, the dark portal to open, and so it can go straight to new areas and questing. So, I logged in, went to the shrine, which is where I logged out. Promptly disconnected. So I thought, oh well, log back in. Disconnected again. It's like, what? Log back in again. Tried to go to use the portals to go to Stormwind. Oh look, the portals weren't there. Why? Because there was about a 15-second latency on it. Yes, 15 seconds. Not a small amount, a massive amount. So, spent all night piss farting around trying to get just to the Eastern Kingdoms. Finally get there, only to find that every time I entered the blasted lands, world server not available, and kicked off the server. And this just kept going on and on and on. So they started putting on these extra Khadgas to help people, instead of going to the port and blasted lands, they could speak to Khadgar in any of the capital cities and he would teleport you to Tanaan Jungle. Great! Except it didn't work. Yes, this is, believe it or not, that was a hot fix. That just did not work. I mean, really did not work. It was stinking. So, I thought, right, screw it. You know, there's always going to be bugs. I'll wait till tomorrow. Because, you know, if you look at Mr. Pandaria, when that launched, the first queue for the lines, dramas. So I thought, right, I'll leave it for the night. I'll go to bed. I'll come back on fresh, ready, Thursday, start playing. So, wakes up Thursday, goes to log on. World server's down. Disconnected. Character with that name already exists. Cannot find character. It's like, oh, right. So I spent all day, and I kid you not, all day from about 10 AM till about 4 PM trying to get online. Finally gets online. It's like, right. So, again, massive latency. And I mean latency which can kiss my furry hoop. It was unbelievable. So, I thought, yeah, I'll just keep trying. I'll just keep playing. At least I'm online. So off I go. Until I get to the quest where I've got to set up your garrison. Oh, yes, the garrisons. Now, these are a selling point which has attracted a lot of people because, you know, it sounds quite cool. You set up your own little garrison, send followers out on missions which can reward you with epic gear or blue gear or green gear or whatever gear. Problem is, it doesn't work. The, the way it's meant to work is as you approach your garrison, you phase out from where everybody else is, and you phase into your own little world where it's just you and the NPCs. Problem is, you go into there, you'll find yourself in there with a couple of hundred other people because the phasing does not work, which wouldn't be so much of a problem if the garrison wasn't fucking essential to the questing you need to do. Without the questing, you cannot progress unless you want to spam one dungeon, and I kid you not, one dungeon to get past the level so you can go into the other areas to level, but do you really want to spam that dungeon? Because I kid you not, I've done it twice and I felt sick after doing it. I want to wash myself in boiling bleach. Still haven't experienced the other dungeons because, shock horror, I'm still only 91 because I can't fucking log in. If you're not aware, apparently there has been a DDoS attack recently. Blizzard announced there was a DDoS attack in the US, and a lot of players are stating that the DDoS attack is the reason for the EU problems. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Now, I used to own, I used to rent a private DayZ server from a company called Villia. Brilliant company, I had no problems with them per se. However, every night at 11 o'clock my server would go down. Well, it would start lagging out, then it would go down. And we contacted Villia, who informed us that the node was getting DDoSed, and as my server was connected to that node, my server was affected. So I was like, right, well that makes sense. Now, in case you're not aware, the EU and the US have different nodes, different clusters. So they're not connected. So the US getting DDoSed all at once does not affect the EU server cluster because we are not connected to them in the slightest. There's no information getting shared between the two nodes. So the DDoS attack causing EU problems is utter bullshit. And I mean utter bullshit. So, after all those issues, you would have thought, well, surely you could have played on Friday. Well, think again. Friday was the exact same problems. Now, I'll give Blizz the credit. By this point, they'd finally acknowledged that there was faults. You know, from the launch up until halfway through Thursday, there was not a single blue response saying, yes, we're aware there's a problem. Nilch, nothing, nada. So the player base was sat there thinking, well, what the fuck's going on here? So anyways, Friday, same problems, nothing happening. You know, they added a couple of hot fixes, did this, that and the other. Sweet dick happened. So here we are now. And do you think I can play? Well, take a look at that queue. You tell me. I've spent all day on a Saturday trying to get online. And I still haven't managed to achieve it yet. I'm still level 91, sat there. Now, bearing in mind, they took the servers down this morning at 4 GMT till I believe about 11, and then they restarted the servers again at 12. Now, I've got some friends who are playing who've informed us that, shock horror, the garrisons are still broken. So there's no point in us even logging in because I can't get past the fucking garrisons. Nice bottleneck you put in there, Blizz, especially when it doesn't work. Especially when you were told in the beta it was still broken, but you pushed it through anyways, cause Blizzard. In fact, that's all I'm going to call it now, because Blizzard. Because let's face it, nobody can make such utter crap decisions as Blizzard. It's spectacular. So, they did all this maintenance this morning. Like I said, people still not logging in. Now, the forums is flooded with people going off it about the queue times. Now, I mean, you're looking at mine there, 281 minutes. Niaz makes a difference, 4,000 in the queue. There's some people reporting being 7,000th in the queue. 7,000. Now, think about that. That's almost double what my time is.
A vast virus database has been updated.
That's just ridiculous. It really is. And do you think we've had any response from the blue posters? Nope. Nothing. Since all this has been kicking off, we have had the grand sum of one blue poster that I'm aware of anyways. I did get linked to the US forums where we had to go because apparently the US player base weren't having an easy ride of it themselves, and I feel sorry for them, I really do. However, looking at their forums, they haven't had nothing compared to what we've had to deal with here in the EU. I mean, look at these times. Do Blizzard really think I'm going to sit in front of my PC for 298 minutes in the hope that I'll be able to get onto a broken, laggy, not functioning correctly server, which chances are I'll get disconnected through Battle.net or some other crappy bollocks and reason and thrown straight back into this queue again. Do they really think that? Would you do that? Actually, you leave me that in the comments below. I've got a sneaky feeling I already know the answer to this one. Because I tell you now, I won't be sitting in this queue. In fact, far from it. In addition to already cancelling my subscription until this bollocks is fixed, I've also issued a chargeback on my card. So soon my account will be locked until I give them the money for Warlords of Draenor, which they will not have from me until that thing's fucking fixed. I mean, really, Blizzard, it's not exactly a small company. You know, it's not like they've got no experience in this kind of thing. You know, they've launched a number of expansions. The first one which I was present for was Wrath of the Lich King. Had no problems with that at all. Cataclysm. I was there for the launch of Cataclysm when they shut the servers down, and I already knew in advance that when they shut the servers down, the login servers would melt. What happened? They melted, but it fixed itself after a couple of hours. And, you know, 2 hours later, I was in, playing happily, merrily, you know, chatting to my friends, having a laugh. Mr. Pandaria. Now, I was about 12 hours late to that one, but I still, 12 hours later, logged in, no problem, did the drama request to the starting area for the Alliance on the gyrocopter blowing up the Horde crap. No problem. Warlords of Disconnect and Lagfest, though. What the actual fuck? I mean, really. This is just, to say it's pathetic would be like calling World War II a civil disturbance. It really is. I mean, there's videos people have put out there in the garrison, for these garrisons where they've managed to get in. It's managed to phase them into their own little garrison like it's meant to do for the millions of people that play World of Warcraft. Problem is, they go into the garrison, they fall through the floor, and that's it. They're swimming around. Well, they're not swimming around, they're floating because they've got no control of the character. Problem is, they can't Hearthstone away because of the clusters moving. They can't die and resurrect at the graveyard because that doesn't work. So what do they have to do? Well, according to the forums, you're meant to contact the GM who will get you to move you to a safe location. Problem with that is, support tickets are currently taking 7 fucking days to be answered. 7 days of floating around under Azeroth, not being able to do anything. You expect people to pay for this shit, Blizzard? Right, well if that's the case, I'll be going for a shit later on. I'm going to put that in the box and see if I can sell that for £200, £30, £35 a shot. Because in essence, that's all you've done right now. You've sold people digital shite. In essence, that's for the people that have actually paid more for it to download it from the Blizzard store itself so they can play on or before, as you claim, on the site. Oh, there will go my waiting time if you take a look there now, by the way. 1,639 minutes. So yeah, if you did go to the shop and buy the box version for £30 or whatever they were charging, then in essence you've just bought a turd in a box. Thank you, there's 30 quid straight into Blizzard's pocket. You walk off with a turd that you can't use. Now, like I said, there is some people I've managed to avoid all these dilemmas, and they have before everything broke, because it wasn't broken instantly apparently. Some people got through the portal quite quickly and were lucky because they got through the garrison quests, bounced out of Shadowmoon Valley or Frostfire Ridge if you're the Horde, and they got onto higher levels in different zones, and they've avoided all this fucking fiasco. However, for the vast majority of players, this is World of Warcraft now. Positioning queue, estimated time, and you will sit there wondering, will this shit ever end? You tell me. Personally, I don't think it's going to be fixed for at least another week. At least. And let's not forget the other bugs in there now at the minute for those of you who do competitive PvP. Apparently there's a bug in there at the minute where there's people fully geared with the epic stuff already. How are we getting the full geared epic stuff already? I have no fucking clue, but they are, and apparently they shouldn't be. But do you think Blizzard are going to bother doing that? I don't think so. They'll be too busy trying to fix this spectacle of utter nonsensical bollocks. It's just phenomenal. So, another thing, I posted on the forum saying, how exactly do I play the game? From what I hear, you've done all these changes, fixed a lot of stuff, improved stability, all this, that and the other. Well, that's great. However, the problem is, I can't actually log on. And they did have a free migration. It's not shown at the minute for some reason, but there was free migration from Outland to other realms, which, great if that's what you want to do. However, my friends play on Outland. I play Warcraft to play with my friends whilst I'm playing Warcraft. That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. So let me get this straight. I'm meant to abandon all my friends and move to another realm because your infrastructure can't support the number of players that you want playing? Smells like bullshit to me. But this is the best part about it. Some of the people I know on Outland did accept the offer of a free realm transfer. But guess how long they're going to have to wait before that character they've transferred is available? 3 days. That's right, 3 fucking days. So, here's your options when you come to Warlords of Draenor, ladies and gentlemen. You can either spend 5 hours in a queue waiting to play a laggy, broken, and highly irritating game which you'll get disconnected from and spat back into a queue. Or you can transfer your character to a lower population realm where you'll be able to get into, well, after 3 days, correction, don't forget the 3-day part, that's important. You can transfer your character, wait 3 days, then play on a low population without as much of a queue, but still play on a laggy, broken, unenjoyable realm. I'll let you choose which one of those you wish to spend your money on, because if you buy this game right now and come to play Warcraft, that is what you're spending money on. Now, please feel free to subscribe, because I will be doing updates on this utter fucking fiasco as it starts. I really will, because this is comical to me. This is just, well, it would be comical if it wasn't for the fact that people have spent, like myself, I've spent €35 for the game, plus £10 for £8.99 for a subscription, which soon in the UK is going to be going up to £9.99. So they're actually increasing the cost for the UK. Only the UK, mate, not the rest of Europe, just the UK. Increasing the cost I pay per month for my subscription while giving me dog's egg for service. Exactly. So like I said, subscribe and stay tuned. As soon as there's another update, I will be sure as hell to let you know.